Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, Matt Walsh is a right wing talking head that works for the Daily Wire, and he's been trending on Twitter for like a week straight now because he's the face of a new documentary called What is a Woman, where he goes around to various different groups, some indigenous tribes and cultures, and tries to go to some universities to ask the question, what is a woman? And when he actually gets to a university setting, that's where, to me, you can tell the idea for the documentary just falls apart. Because he actually talks to a professor, someone who's got chops in the field with, the study of gender identity, expression, that whole thing. And in the documentary itself, he fast forwards through the conversation. Like it's not edited clips. If you've seen that clip floating around, that's not edited in any way. That's how it appears in the documentary. He doesn't allow you to see the entire conversation. Now, you can take that as he thinks it's all nonsense, like it's just gibberish what the guy is saying to him. That's what most of his audience took that as. That there's no point in you listening to this because none of this really makes sense. But that's who you need to talk to. If you want a scientific answer behind the question, what is a woman? You need to talk to somebody whose job it is to study it. And yes, it's going to be confusing. It's going to be really complicated. That's what science is. Science doesn't give you clean answers. If you want clean answers, science isn't for you. Because every time you get an answer, you're going to get more questions. That's just the nature of the beast. It's been that way since we made our first hypothesis, since the first time man saw a burning bush and said, fire hot. What happens if I put my hand on it? Oh, my hand's burnt. Since the first experiment, that's how it's been. You get one question answered, you get more questions asked. It's never going to be simple. And if you want simple, again, I cannot stress this enough. Choose something other than science. You know? And I don't blame you for that. I want to stress that too. I don't blame you for wanting simple answers. You know, it's it's a weird world out there. There's a lot of stuff that it's hard to understand. So you want clean, simple solution. Science isn't the way to do that. You know, choose a faith structure. Find God or something if you want easy answers. But if you want cut and dry from genetics, you're not going to get it. You know, if you want cut and dry from gender and sexuality and expression, you won't get that. And I don't want it to be that way. You know, I think part of the wonder that comes with humanity is that it is so mysterious. We can't explain everything about us. And that's good. It's a great thing. I wouldn't want to be able to be reduced down to my cells, my genetic makeup. You shouldn't want that either. You're more than your chromosome. You're a whole person. Like, there's no answer to what is a man. There's no answer to what is a woman. Like, you're not just XY, you're not just XX. You're so much more than that. And to try and brush off an actual academic answering to your question, I'll never be able to give that to you, by the way. Most people online cannot give you an actual academic answer. Some get really close, some are really, really deeply studied in the field. But most of the time, when you talk about this with people online, they're going to get really, really ideological. They're going to get deep, deep in their corner. And, sometimes these people will say that the academics are the ones who are being ideologues, that they're just trying to push an agenda on you. But Dog, it's their job. This is what they study. This is what they went to school for. I hate to do the whole appeal to authority thing, but why do you trust anybody who's in these kind of positions? They studied it. They know a lot. You can always go back and verify on them. Sure, go ahead, but yeah, I'm typically going to trust an academic, or at least at first. I'll go back and verify, sure, but I wouldn't fast forward through their conversation to try and make my point look better. That just seems disingenuous. But, his audience ate it up, so maybe it was the right move. I don't know. It's really confusing to me. If you haven't seen the documentary, it's like behind a paywall. I'm sure there are plenty of streamers and like YouTubers and stuff like that who have done like reactions to it. So, frankly, I would say watch it that way because no, you don't need to give Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, or the Daily Wire $15 of your money. They have enough. But and if there was an ad for that before this video, please let me know because I can't even run ads on my YouTube channel. I've been hearing a lot about them being pushed everywhere. So, we'll see what happens. Until next time, though, y'all try to have a good day.